The Cleveland Cavaliers are finally breaking out of their slump, and now with a 19-11 record, this team is even better than we thought, and they haven't even gotten going yet. So in this video, as you can tell, I'm going to be talking all about the Cleveland Cavaliers once again, and man oh man, there is so much to talk about. Before I begin, now since the NBA season is finally in full swing, I'm going to be pumping out so much content for you guys, so I would really appreciate all of your support. It only takes 5 seconds to like and subscribe, plus you can always change your mind. I'm now on the road to 10k subscribers, and I know you all can help me get there very fast. And by the way, thank you all for getting me past 7k, it truly means the world, and we are just growing super fast right now. So after beating the Pacers in comeback fashion, this team just proved to us all again that we should never count them out of anything. As a diehard Cavs fan, I was super frustrated watching this game. We were not making shots, we weren't getting the bigs involved on offense, and we were giving very little effort on defense, but then out of nowhere, Donovan Mitchell absolutely took over the game and scored a ridiculous 18 points in the fourth quarter. He is proving why he is a legit MVP candidate, whether the media wants to recognize it or not. This team still has a ton of problems and a lot to work on, but this was such a satisfying win because it looked like they were dead all night. But one saying I always use is that great teams hang around even if they're playing terrible. Anyways, to start things off, I'm going to talk about some of the negative things that I have seen with this team recently, because despite winning some close games, we are way better than our record, but we've done some dumb things to lose us winnable games. First off, I gotta start with JB Bickerstaff, because although I love him as our head coach, and I know the players do too, he is really bad with in-game adjustments sometimes. Our offense doesn't move the ball enough, and Mitchell usually bails him out of losses, but I still think he is the long-term head coach here because he's a player's coach and he has completely changed the culture of Cleveland basketball. But yeah, he's definitely got a lot to work on if we want to make a deep playoff run. Next, Darius Garland has really regressed from last season. Part of it could be that eye injury, but I think it's time to stop making excuses. I knew coming into this season Garland was going to have less touches because of Mitchell, but for some reason he has been afraid to shoot and he's been second guessing a ton. He also is terrible on defense. It's not really his fault, but anyone he's guarding can go wherever they want on the court at will. I do still believe in Garland. I think he's going to get back to his normal self, and I also know receiving a supermax contract like he did is a lot of pressure, but at some point, if we want to take it to the next level, it's going to be on Garland stepping it up. Another thing I really think the Cavs need to do to get better is make a trade and add pieces to the bench. It took me a long time to come to this conclusion because I love the guys we have and I didn't want to see any of them go, but Isaac Okoro, Cedi Osman, and maybe even Kevin Love could all be trade candidates for some better pieces if we really want to become a real championship contender. Trading Kevin Love would especially be the toughest pill to swallow, and I can almost guarantee it won't happen, but his production has completely gone downhill this season. His 3-point percentage is down, his defensive effort is down, and there's been stretches where I had to ask to myself, what does Love even do out there besides take up space? I know he's injured, but we just need more defense and consistency from the bench. One player I personally want to trade for really bad is Bogdan Bogdanovic. He would be a perfect fit at the 3 spot because as much as I love Lamar Stevens, we need some more knockdown shooting to space out the floor. One other guy I also want to trade for is Jay Crowder, depending on if he will be a toolbox or not. We just need some more strength and physicality, and he would be the perfect guy to guard Giannis in a playoff series because Mobley just isn't there yet, and Allen can't keep up with him. I know Dean Wade can maintain the Greek Freak, I've seen him do it before, but I still just want to add a mean player to this roster because this team overall is kinda soft and we get bullied around despite our size. Anyways, now moving on to the positives, obviously the first guy I gotta talk about is Donovan Mitchell because wow, he is everything we could have asked for and much more. Last year we were missing a guy like Mitchell, and now that he's here, this team has no holes besides the bench. And one thing I keep forgetting is that Rubio will be back very soon. Again, last year we were just missing that closer that could go get you a bucket whenever you needed it. We put too much weight on Garland's shoulders, and that's what led to our collapse, along with all the injuries. But now the Cavs have one of the best 1-2 punches in the game, and once Garland gets going, I think they may even be number 1. but it's just been so much fun to watch Mitchell play for this team, and it's still such a surreal feeling that we actually got him because the trade came out of nowhere. Moving on, the next players I gotta talk about is of course none other than Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley, because they are the anchor of this team, and the stuff they do needs to continually be talked about because I feel what they do oftentimes goes unnoticed. Evan Mobley especially, I really do hope we start getting Mobley more involved in the offense because I'm scared at this pace that we're turning him into a Tristan Thompson type of player who just gets rebounds and plays defense. I really do see Anthony Davis potential in him, maybe even Giannis if he can develop that body type. In terms of Jarrett Allen, the whole league already knows what he's about. He's a fierce competitor in the paint. He will jump with anyone. Today he had an insane block that was called a foul because the refs were blind. But I think Allen is as valuable to the Cavs as any other player in the league is to their team, because when he is out, we just look like a lottery team. So even though this team has been struggling a little bit, they are still super scary because imagine what they're going to be like at full strength. Once Dean Wade and Rubio are finally healthy, that's going to add a lot more depth to this team, and I don't know if Osman is going to see any more minutes, and that's why I think he'll get traded in a package with somebody else. Again, if we can just stay somewhat healthy, no ACL tears, knock on wood, then this team will eventually get rolling, and they are just going to be something to watch. Their home record has been so good this year, and it's all going to come down to if they can have a respectable record on the road. Although they did just pick up a massive win over the Dallas Mavericks, so that's a start in the right direction. Now that we are 30 games into the season, I really want to hear your new record predictions for this team. I know, I'll eat my own words for saying 60 wins earlier. It's just not going to happen, but I do believe once we get rolling, we're going to start to rack up wins, so I'm going to say 55, but I'm really curious as to what you guys think. We're really not that far away from being the 1 seed right now. In fact, we could get it before Christmas with the way things are going. I saw the Bucks just got smoked by 50 to the Grizzlies, but anyways, we just need to worry about us and everything will work itself out. And with how the NBA is nowadays, all that really matters is that you get a top 6 seed, and then you will have to hope the team is hot at the right time. That's all I have to say for today. There's just been so much craziness going on in the NBA so far this season, and it has been so much fun to watch. I covered a lot in this video, and obviously there is so much more to talk about. I'm going to continue to pump out as much content as possible, so I would really appreciate it if you would join me for the ride. I'm on the road to 10k subscribers, and I believe you all can help me get there. Also, one more thing, make sure to comment below what you want to see next. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and until next time, I'll see you all later.